SNV is a Dutch development organization that empowers people in developing countries. Since 2011, SNV has been implementing an exclusive business program that seeks to catalyze sustainable business solutions.
One of SNV's major objectives is championing market-driven initiatives to alleviating poverty. To achieve this, SNV has come up with the inclusive business approach. This is an approach whereby a company integrates low-income segments of the population into its core business. We see this clearly demonstrated within the Petrecozim model that we are currently working on.
In 2013, SNV began working with pet recycling company of Zimbabwe, Petrecozim, in the implementation of the inclusive business model. Petrecozim is a startup project that is addressing the problem of post-consumer polyethylene terephthalate bottles, or better known as PET bottles.
Petrecozim was formed as a response by industry to pollution issues around PET packaging. The major producers or the major users of PET had to take action to address the problem in a sustainable and visible way.
We actually came together as the Coca-Cola system in Zimbabwe, and that is Schweppes Zimbabwe Limited, the Coca-Cola Company, and Delta Beverages. And then we also co-opted other people that are involved in PET waste generation, and they also came together. So I think at the time there were about 8 organizations that came together to form the PET Recycling Company of Zimbabwe.
PET products are in fact our biggest line. We produce about 600 to 700 tons of PET products in a month. We came together with our partners in the value chain to cooperate together towards cleaning up the environment.
As shareholders, from the Delta side, we put in close to 50% of what Petreco required to put up the plant and to start its operations.
All our beverages at the moment that we manufacture locally are in PET. So we generate a lot of PET waste. Right now, I would say annually we generate over 2,000 tons of PET waste.
Our aim is really to see that the packaging material is collected from the environment and the monetary benefit accrues to the communities who actually collect the waste from the market. Ultimately, all the PET that is collected from the market finds its way into Petreco, and Petreco is then pays according to the tonnage that it receives.
As Petrecozim, our business creates huge opportunities for mainstream participation by low-income earners. We rely as a business for raw material supplies from such people that are ordinarily unemployed, low-income earners. Some of them are homeless. So we create that link between the businesses that generate the waste and those waste pickers. We create that link that has been missing over the years.
Petrecozim received support from SNV.
We helped Petrecozim to design an inclusive business project, provided them a local capacity builder who is a specialist in the PET industry. We also provided some startup financing for the PET entrepreneurship projects. This was directed to the waste pickers.
As Petrecozim, we have received a grant from SNV targeted at capacity building of waste pickers who are the vendors. Firstly, we had to train the vendors in terms of mostly PET identification. That helps improve quality, raw material quality which comes in.
Takatorwa gore rapera neku Petrecozim tiri 20 tikanzi tiri kudai kuendesa ikupi kuchikoro tiri vanononga marara PET.
We also had to do some site branding of the sites which they operate in, basically to improve their visibility and also trigger volume traffic to their centers. We're also looking at enabling, giving them some enablers in terms of tools that they need to do their work effectively. So we're looking at things like scales, things like bags.
Takawaniswa ningi scale yekuti platform hombe yekuti tipimire vanhu vatinenge taakuzotengera peti yedu ipapo. Takawaniswazve ma-worksuits ne-gloves.
Before 2011, PET bottles were considered the most problematic waste stream in the country, but 3 years later, the bottles are now a resource in demand.
On average, we receive approximately 50 tons of raw materials per month.
Tine zvigubhu zvakaita sezvidoro izvo kuti ukazvinonga ukaenda zvapana pakeji iri kutengwa ne12 cents. Ukanonga zvigubhu izvo zvepeti clear iri kutengwa ne10 cents.
Sara mundo tinache bopoto ndononga zvigubhu ndichana zvapanapo. Mara ndichitengesa tichipuwa mari kana tichita puwa mari ndikwanisa kutenga hembe, kutenga chikafu nechi zvakangosiyana siyana.
Environment Management Agency, EMA, advocates for a sustainable PET waste management system, and Petrecozim is doing just that.
As EMA, we fully appreciate the stance that has been taken by Petrecozim in coming up with a recycling plant. In terms of recycling, you find all the recycling companies do not work alone. They work with the waste pickers or the waste collectors. Issue pertaining to community-based organizations or these CBOs, they are actually unlocking value in waste, and they are working closely with Petrecozim.
More than 562 tons of PET waste has been recycled since 2013, of which 80% came from vendors and community groups.
The support that SNV provided to Petrecozim gives an opportunity to waste pickers to earn an income with which to take care of their basic needs. The market of Petrecozim will always be there, and waste pickers can always supply, and that gives an employment in a country that has 80% and above unemployment rate.
PET bottles recycled by Petrecozim are converted into flakes that have several uses as a base material.
We use the bottles to make flakes, which are used to make a lot of polyester fiber-based products that are used, in our day-to-day living. The Petrecozim project has really been a success. We have a lot of waste pickers who are earning the extra income through picking bottles for us. So we find that it creates really a win-win situation in that everyone sort of participates in the value chain.
The Petrecozim model has demonstrated that inclusive business is a practical, sustainable and environmentally friendly enterprise in solid waste management. This also comes with added benefits for the low-income segments of society. This definitely is a model that can be upscaled in other parts of the country.
We would urge Petrecozim, if possible, to decentralize their plans, probably starting off with the regional decentralization from Harare. They go Bulawayo as well as Mutare, and if funds permit, they need to set up small plans.
It's not only about environmental stewardship for the benefit of future generations, but at the same time, it's employment creation. For some people, it's an opportunity for them to collect that PET and to earn something out of it. But at the same time, for our business, it's also meeting our objectives of ensuring that we are protecting the environment.